In this tutorial, you will learn how to create realistic animation and videos in Enscape. We will talk about all the special settings and effects for the animation. So after this video, you can create realistic animations in Enscape. Let's get to work. We're in here, and you can see some setting will be applied for you. Now we want to create some realistic animation, but we don't know how we can do this job. Let's get to work. I'm going to start my job with the visual setting. In the output, I will turn my resolution to the custom mode and use some 1:1 aspect ratio for my resolution. As you can see, it's not applied for me, so I only need to check out the save frame, and now I have this area in my job. I want to create some type of smooth animation from all of these objects around here, but I don't know how I do this job. So I'm going to start my job something like that, for example. As you can see, I can fix my camera angle in this place. Click on the show grid line. Grid lines help you to create better views of your animation. So in this place you have two options. Easy in or out will be check out, but shaky camera, don't check it out because it's not really work well like other softwares. So in this place, I'm going to click on this plus icon in here at the right side. As you can see, first and second. Now my second or first frame created for me. So this is my first frame, and I can orbit something like that, a little bit to the left side, and another time double click on these plus. So when I click on these frame in here, this is my first frame, and this is my second frame, as you can see. So we have many type of settings for these type of animation. So I want to complete my cameras in here. For example, something like that in there, like this. Another time, a little bit orbit, something like that, for example. Another time, and I will continue this job to some type of camera view like this. And click on the plus icon again. Move a little bit to the left side, plus icon again, and I will continue this job to the end of this table, like that. So I will click on the keyframe number 1 in here and click on the time of the day, and let's get to setting. I will change the time of the day to the 7:30, and I will click on the focal point and field of view. So all of them will be checked out for me, but the point is that after all of these adjustments, click on the update button in here. It makes that your keyframe update for you. As you can see, for the first keyframe, we don't have timestamp, and it means that it will start from the 0. So I updated my job. Now I need the field of view. So I want to update my field of view. I can focus a little bit on my targets like that, something about 56, for example, and I can change the quality, for example, to the medium. It completely depends on you, but right now we don't need it. In the sky, I will turn off all of the disturbing clouds because I don't need any type of cloud in here. Something about the clear sky. Atmosphere fog is 0. Some brightness will be increased, but right now I don't want to touch it. And all other things is down for me in here. I will turn on the auto contrast, and motion blur really important in the animation, so it helps you to create some blur keyframe movements, and I will show you what is the difference between it. Right now I will reduce it to the 22. Motion blur is really important, and I will click on the update in here. Alright, in the visual setting, I will come back, add some depth of field to my job, something about 16, and turn off the autofocus. So in the focal point, I can change the focal view, for example, maybe something like this is good. I will click on the update. My keyframe number 1 updated for me. Keyframe number 2, I will check it out. As you can see, something like that. I will turn on the timestamp. The timestamp is something about 2 seconds. Time of the day can be changed about 6 minutes, something like that. Focal point and field of view is good. I will click on the update. Next keyframe is the assert keyframe. So in this place, as you can see, we have the camera and super realistic objects. For this reason, I can click on the timestamp, change it to the 6 second. Time of the day is something about 7:46 a.m. Focal point check, field of view check. So I will reduce the field of view a little bit to some number about 59 degree. And in the focal point, I can change the focusing place on the camera. As you can see, the reflection on the table and some other elements makes your animation much realistic. So I will click on the update another time. Force keyframe in here, as you can see. So in this place, field of view act as the speed of your camera because you suddenly orbit your camera on the straight line. I will check out the timestamp. Timestamp is about 10 seconds. Time of the day is something about 7:54. And focal point, field of view is on. I can reduce the field of view about 61 degree. Focal point can be changed to the statue, something like that, something like this. 0.17 is good. I will click on the update. My next keyframe is something like that. I can turn on the field of view again. 64 for the field of view is good. Focal point is on, and my focal point is on this statue. It takes a little bit time to detect your area well. Someplace like that is good. 0.2. And time of the day is about 8. And the timestamp is about 13 seconds. I will click on the update again. Next keyframe is this place. So in this part, I can turn the time stamp about 16 seconds. Time of the day can be increased to the 8:10 a.m. and the focal point and field of view is good, but I can make focal point a little bit to the far distance, about 0.26, and update my job. After that, we have the final keyframe in this place. I can click on the timestamp again. As you can see, 20 seconds is good. Time of the day can be increased to the 16, and focal point can be zoom on these books and decorations. So something like that is good. I want to see the alphabetic writings on these books cover. 0.34 is the best number, and field of view can be decreased to the 68 like that. So I will click on the update, click on my first keyframe in here, and click on the play. As you can see your preview of the animation, very simple and easy, something like that, and it's really good, I think. So you can create some simple animations like that, very simple and easy in Enscape only within a few clicks. But we have some visual effects for this animation, so I'm going to click on the visual setting another time, and I will move it to this place. I can re-expose my screen, something about 57%. Depth of field can be decreased to the 13. Rendering quality is not really important right now, but outline can be increased to the 8, for example. In the image bar, I can make a little bit saturated colors, or I can create some cold balance colors in here. For example, 8900 Kelvina, and saturation is about 101%. Motion blur can be increased a little bit, about 31%. Lens flare is really important in your animations, so use some high value number, about 79%. Bloom can be control on 11. Vignette can be decreased to the 26, and chromatic aberration is 0. In the main bar, everything is good and checked, so I want to replay my animation to see what happened. As you can see, the details are really incredible, and you can create these simple animations very simple and easy in Enscape. So it takes a little bit of time, and after that I can see some good lens flare on these statue and some other things like that. So finally we need the output. So I will click on the visual setting in the output part. For the videos, we have some pre-setting like the conversion quality and the maximum, and FPS is about 30. So you have these setting too in some other place called export option in video editor. So I'm going to click on the export option. My resolution is the custom. My quality, for example, is the Blu-ray, and FPS is about 30. So I'm going to click on the export and export it on my desktop and press save. It takes a little bit time, and after that the render and animation will be export for you, very simple and easy. It depends on your graphic card and your system performance. I use GTX 1060 4 GB, so I think it's an easy job for it. And you can see the changes in here. Lens flare, bloom option, effects, and all other settings is really important in your animation creation. If this content is useful for you, please like and subscribe our YouTube channel. And let me introduce myself. My name is Surush from the SketchUpArchStudio. All the videos in this channel belong to the SketchUpArchStudio, and all copyrights belongs to the SketchUpArchStudio. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and goodbye.